The United States has always prided itself as a country that protects freedom of speech. However, there are mounting evidence that when it comes to freedom of speech in social media platforms, the government of the US is bending the rules in its favor to suppress narratives that it does not like. Twitter CEO Elon Musk has accused the US government of pushing all social media platforms work with the US government to censor content. According to Musk, every social media company is engaged in heavy censorship with significant involvement and at times explicit direction of the government. Musk was referring to internal Twitter communications published by journalist Matt Taibbi with his approval. The files showed the FBI acting as doorman to a vast program of social media surveillance and censorship, encompassing agencies across the federal government. Musk released documents following his purchase of Twitter. According to Taibbi, in addition to Twitter, the US government was in contact with virtually every major tech firm, which included Facebook, Microsoft, Verizon, Reddit, and even Pinterest. According to the document, CIA agents nearly always sat in meetings of these firms with the FBI's Foreign Influence Task Force. The firms reportedly colluded with the FBI to remove content the agency wanted hidden, assisted the US military's online influence campaigns, and censored, quote, anti-Ukraine narratives on behalf of multiple US intelligence agencies.
I think a lot of people have questions. How involved is the government in monitoring and censoring the speech of ordinary people? What we've seen so far already, and we have definite conclusive proof of, is that there are lots and lots of reports where we see Twitter executives saying things like DHS flagged this, the FBI flagged this, and then there's a whole thread where they decide what to do about it. Do we remove it? Do we put a label on it? So there's tons of that stuff where they're clearly getting communications from the FBI.
Earlier this month, it was revealed that Twitter helped the US military amplify its propaganda campaigns in the West Asia region, allowing fake accounts to push pro-US narratives. Twitter secretly created a special whitelist exempting accounts run by US Central Command or CENTCOM from spam and abuse flags. The move allowed those accounts greater visibility on the platform. Twitter has long pledged to shut down all state-backed disinformation and propaganda efforts, but these rules and suspensions have not been applied to the American military efforts. The findings of this research appear to corroborate a major report published in August by online security researchers affiliated with the Stanford Internet Observatory. That report claimed that thousands of accounts that they suspected to be part of a state-backed information operation were spreading misinformation. And earlier this year, it was revealed that the US government made efforts to influence cyberspace in the country through a cybersecurity and infrastructure security agency.
We also know that they have meetings, not just with the FBI and the DHS, but also a surprise was the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. I hadn't heard that before. That was a new one. And then we're learning a lot about the kind of scraping of raw intelligence and fire hosing it to the government, all kinds of government agencies on the back end. So the government is harvesting tons of information from these companies and then turning around and spitting it back to companies like Twitter in the form of requests for, maybe bannings, maybe shadow bans, maybe deletions or labels and that sort of thing. It's fascinating.
The US government reportedly pressured social media platforms to, quote, shape online discourse. There are now concerns that officials in the Department for Homeland Security have greater influence to make politically motivated determinations about what constitutes dangerous speech. And critics say the extent to which the DHS initiatives affect Americans' daily social feeds is unclear.